I arm wrestle with useless maniacs, bloated with so much Holocaust denial that I no longer recognize them as human. Some historians will list the beginning of the Holocaust as 1939, with Adolf Hitler's Reichstag speech. It was during this speech that he spit, "If war breaks out, it will mean the extermination of Europe's Jews." For me, the Holocaust began in January 1933, when President Paul von Hindenburg appointed Hitler Germany's Chancellor. Less than 2 months after his appointment, the first official Nazi concentration camp opened in Dauchau. Denying the Holocaust happened is like denying that over 3,400 Black Americans were lynched in the United States from 1882 to 1968. I could easily blame what appears to be a surge in anti-Semitism on an overweight orange guy. But I will not do that, because it would be like blaming teen suicide on heavy metal music. The recent shooting at the kosher deli in Jersey City is still under investigation. Originally, it was seen as a random crime. But within 24 hours, this changed after surveillance video showed the kosher market had been handpicked for violence. The gunfight and standoff left 6 people dead, the 2 killers, a police officer, and 3 people who had been inside the store. On June 17, 2015, a white supremacist named Dylann Roof shot 9 people to death at Emanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church in Charleston, South Carolina. Roof was convicted of 33 federal charges in federal court stemming from the shooting, including hate crimes. 28 days later, he was sentenced to death for those crimes. On November 9th, 1938 to November 10th, 1938, mobs incited by the Nazis rampaged through Berlin and other German cities, smashing and torching an estimated 171 synagogues and thousands of Jewish shops and homes. The Nazi government was known to have confiscated insurance payments to Jews whose property was damaged in Kristallnacht. But documents unearthed over 20 years ago suggest that German insurance companies not only conspired with Nazis to avoid paying Jewish policyholders, but also sometimes exceeded government guidelines and canceled unrelated life, health, and pension policies on which Jews had been paying premiums for years. The International Commission on Holocaust Era Insurance Claims was established in August 1998 to identify, settle, and pay individual Holocaust Era insurance claims at no cost to the claimants. On August 28, 1955, a 14-year-old African American named Emmett Till was lynched in Mississippi after being accused of offending a white woman in her family's grocery store. The brutality of his murder and the fact that his killers were acquitted drew attention to the long history of violent persecution of African Americans in the United States. There was a just reaction to the warped and fanatical actions in both Jersey City and Charleston. But for the insured Jews cheated post-Kristallnacht and Emmett Till, the just actions were overdue. 60 years late for Germany's Jews, and 50 years late for Emmett Till and his family. The real truth about these events was found in a Moscow repository and in the confession of the offended white woman. Yes, she lied. I recommend that we shy away from taking off our socks and shoes, putting our feet up, and examining the lint between our toes. One of my friends told me that she is relieved that her daughter married a Christian, so that her grandson doesn't have a Jewish last name. This is because she is afraid of the swarm of anti-Semites. But they have always been there, along with the anti-blacks. It is just that technology broadens both their interconnectedness and the breadth of their reach. This is not fake news. I stated facts about events I have been mourning for anywhere between 10 seconds and 10 years. I sincerely believe it is time to stop finding someone or something to blame for all the hate crimes and pull together and bring the number of these crimes down. Pipe dream? Inhale.